Okay, hi everyone. In this video, I really want to get your opinions on this and also your experiences on this. So I got an email on my YouTube from Dollface Pookie, and it was titled Stereotypes. And I was trying to think, oh, okay, maybe she's trying to think of how to do certain photos of stereotypical situations or stereotypical looking people or all that kind of stuff. But it wasn't the kind of email I thought at all. It says, "Hi Dom. I just wanted to know how you feel when you introduce yourself as a photographer. When you believe you can call yourself one, and do you feel..." Okay, so she says, "Hi Dom, I just wanted to know how you feel when you introduce yourself as a photographer. Also, when you believe you can call yourself one, and do you feel people stereotype you?" So when you introduce yourself as a photographer, I don't think I do introduce myself as a photographer. I think I introduce myself as, "Hi, I'm Dom." And they go, "Ah, nice to meet you, Dom. What do you do?" I'm like, "I do some photos." I don't think I've actually said I am a photographer. It's an odd thing. It's just a tiny bit of like language differences there. But I don't think I really say to people, if they say, "What do you do?" I say, "I do some photography." "Oh, really? How long have you been into it?" So, "Oh, a couple of years." So, "Oh, yeah, do any work for magazines?" "Yeah, I do." And then it's usually through the conversation that they realise that I do stuff for magazines, I do stuff for teaching, I do stuff for universities, all that kind of stuff. But here, we'll read on. It says, "I was working in a restaurant a short while ago, and I had a camera with me to take out after I finished my shift. And my boss actually took the mickey out of me in a posh, snobby accent. 'Ooh, I'm off to take some photos on the way home.' And I feel very stereotyped and belittled. Have you ever had this problem?" I don't think I have. But this is, I would say, less a problem with you and more a problem with your dick boss. Sounds like he's saying, "Ooh, I'm off to take some photos on the way home." So he's trying to slag you off because you've got a camera. I don't understand that one at all. Have any of you watching this? Have any of you ever had people kind of take the mickey out of you because you've got a camera? It's like saying if I worked in a restaurant and after my shift I was going to go snowboarding. So I take my snowboard into work, and then afterwards I'm leaving the office and I take my snowboard, and then my boss going, "Ooh, I'm off to go snowboarding." It's like, yeah, I am. I think it's also kind of like, it's like, what opinion do they have? I just don't get it. Okay, so then it goes on. "I also feel very awkward when I tell someone I want to be a photographer." Don't know why. As not only do I feel they expect me to immediately be at a professional level. My old boss, for example, he complained and slagged off photos I did for them for free when he saw my not so fantastic commercial attempt. And that I'm just trying to go along with the crowd and getting my hopes up. As I've noticed, it's apparently a somewhat glamorous and popular thing to do these days down in the south of England. Because of this, I feel reluctant to call myself a photographer, as I do not yet make money or run some kind of business." Well, I suppose it's in a psychological term of language there, of how do we define ourselves. So, in my own example, is I haven't been snowboarding for the last 4 years, but I would still class myself as a snowboarder. I'm in that group of people. If I go to a mountain, I will put on a snowboard. I would class myself as a photographer. I'm in that group of people. That is something that I do. So therefore, I define myself upon the things that I do. Now, what the difference is whether you're defining yourself as a person that does a certain bunch of things, or whether you're defining yourself solely as a person. So, "Hi, I'm a photographer, I'm Dom Bauer." Or do you say, "Hi, I'm Dom Bauer," and then you have a conversation, and then you tell them, "Oh, my interests are snowboarding, going to the gym, annoying my girlfriend, and in photography. And say, oh, are you a photographer? It's like, well, I do some photography. So I suppose that's one thing that you could say there. Now let's just see the other things that you said here afterwards. It's like, would it be possible for you to make a video on this? Yes, doing it. As I feel on how you feel as a photographer, and what it and what was it like to get where you are now, to help give an insight into inspiring photographers like myself. Okay, honestly, Dollface Pookie, I would say it really just sounds like you're surrounding yourself, or the people that you've interacted with are just knobs. It's not about you or what your hobby is or what you want to be. It seems like you've had a problem with the fact that the people that you've been talking to are just total dicks. Or just socially inept. I was been racking my brain for ages trying to think, when has there ever been a case where I know somebody who have told me that they're interested in doing something or really want to be good at something, and I've turned around and gone, ooh, that's not very good, because that's just like a childish thing. Really, it really is just like an immature thing. You sent me your Flickr address. I've tried to look at it. Unfortunately, my internet's so slow here, I can't do anything. And you said you've had your camera for about 4 years, but I've been taking it more seriously for around 1.5. Some areas need a lot of work on, but some I think I'm doing okay, but want to make some minor changes. Okay, yeah, so everyone else, I want you to tell us what you think. Have any of you had cases where people have taken your request to want to be a better photographer or a professional photographer and kind of in some way belittled you, or made you think that it's a pointless thing, or in any way kind of patronized you in that way? That's patronize, not patronize. So yeah, honestly, I would say if your manager or your boss isn't supportive of you having extra curricular activities or extra vocational activities, then it just sounds like they're a bit jealous and that they wish they had something interesting to do. So I bet if you turn around and said, yes, I am off to take photos, what are you doing? You'd probably say, going home, watching TV. Nothing. That's the only thing I can think of there, is just that they're the kind of dull and uninteresting people. But yeah, everyone else, what's your thoughts on this one? Let me know. Cheers. Bye-bye.